doesn't come together. Right.
They've come from all over the world, each for different reasons. How did you hear about it?
My friend's sister, she did it, and she said it was life-changing. And I'm being a very curious person. I did the research on it, and I got fascinated by it.
People talk about this life-changing aspect of ayahuasca. Is there something inside of you feel like that needs to change or get set free?
It's fascinating and sad in many ways, because even in childhood, if someone close to you says something mean to you, you might take it personally, and it gets rooted in you. It was mainly my father. I would say he had his own issues, and probably he just wasn't loved in his childhood, and that manifested in his behavior towards me. Being ignored, I would say, was the least of it all. It was very intense and very unpleasant for all these years.
So this is it, man. They're on the eve of potentially great change.
And I'm very much looking forward to it. Whatever it might be.
I'm hoping to just let my mind go and experience, whether it's good or bad or blissful or horrendous. I think everybody has their sob story to tell, and for me it's just about constant need to feel safe. It's just typical growing up in Glasgow, not having an awful lot of money, being bullied at school, wanting to be a ballet dancer and succumbing to a very severe eating disorder to try and fit into that circle. And that's actually stayed with me, from about the age of 13, and I'm now 36, and I still dip in and out of having various forms of eating disorders and stuff. Again, that's something that maybe I'm hoping to get some more clarity on.
Busa and Jardine are first-timers looking for answers. Jesse Peary is a vet.
I did my first journey in Ecuador and never looked back. That was about 3 years ago.
And how many times have you done it?
80-something journeys. I felt cul-de-saced. It's like my own term for it, in my own mind. I felt that I had reached a numbness, a point that I knew there was something between myself and myself. I just could feel it. I don't know what that was. I felt disconnected from my life. And I would, every once in a while, see somebody that was truly living from their heart and joyous. And I asked the question, why can't I be like that?
Ayahuasca was once inseparable from the Amazon. That's changing fast. This 3-day retreat costs about $400. That's a bargain compared to flying all the way to South America. Here in Spain, ayahuasca's naturally occurring psychedelic ingredient, dimethyltryptamine, or DMT, is legal. But just because ayahuasca is legal doesn't always mean it's accepted or fully understood.
We're looking for number 28. We didn't even get the direction for this place until yesterday because these guys are so skittish about, I think, the police showing up or curious onlookers climbing the fence. I don't really know exactly, but everything's very secretive.
Fuente El Sas is a sleepy town just north of Madrid and home to Ayahuasca International, an outfit that bills itself as the leading provider of ayahuasca experiences in Europe. Its owner, Argentine-born Alberto Varela, knows how controversial ayahuasca still is here. Today, he kicks off his latest weekend retreat.
Hay mucha gente que viene a tomar por primera vez que la primera noche ya se quieren echar un polvo. La expectativa es uno de los factores que bloquean la experiencia con el yagé. Es muy importante que tomen la conciencia de que esto es un grupo y una unidad energética. Entonces pedimos que cada uno respete y acepte las normas que vamos a exponer para la convivencia de esta noche. La primera es que nadie se puede marchar de esta casa esta noche. A veces hay gente que viene por 2 o 3 días, pero la primera noche por la mañana dice, no, esto es demasiado para mí, yo me quiero ir, pero se van por la mañana.
Varela buys his ayahuasca already made from collaborators in Colombia. It's transported to Spain in bottles. Today, Varela has brought something else from the jungle, a couple of experienced Colombian shamans. After the group drinks the viscous liquid, we are asked to leave the ceremony room. But from the hall outside, you know something's up. The ayahuasca first makes everyone sick. Then the journey begins. Where it takes you depends on the day, the dosage, your state of mind, your intentions. To the outside observer, the night is long and odd. In the jungle, this session would end at dawn, but here the rules are changing. Varela leads a self-styled debrief as the trip ends.
Yo esta técnica la vengo usando hace 8 años. Se llama no terapia. Las indicaciones de cómo hacerlo me lo dio la ayahuasca. Hay que hacer que la gente revele la mentira acerca de lo que creen ser.
Participants have clearly been shaken by their first night. One woman breaks down.
I loved the person so deeply and they tried to kill me. And that the injustice of that is the first time in my life that I felt deeply loved. And for the betrayal, it just broke me apart. Last night I got a resolution and I felt that I had the strength to kill him. And I really, last night, it felt very good.
Yo tengo una muy mala noticia para darte a ti. Y a ti nunca nadie te traicionó. Nadie. Simplemente has tenido una percepción equivocada. Él se está traicionando. Él se está queriendo marchar de la vida. No sabe cómo hacerlo. Mucha gente empieza a destruir lo que ama. Y si te sigues creyendo de que él te traicionó, te vas a terminar convirtiendo en una puta víctima.
One by one, the others share their experience.
Well, I should say that I wasn't able to vomit. I couldn't be sick, so I was very anxious. But then I realised that maybe that was my path that I wasn't meant to purge, so then I lay back. My intention, I wanted a direction or a path, and I was given a rainbow, and I was allowed to follow that.
¿Cuál es el mensaje? No puedes soltar, se retiene la historia. Porque te estás haciendo mucho daño al no soltar. Y yo estoy hablando de tu vida.
Varela's approach is blunt, designed to shock people. Another woman says she's sexually repressed. Varela's response, have her fondle a vibrator in front of the group. Electric vibrators are a long way from the ayahuasca rituals of the deep jungle. But Varela says his therapy sessions are necessary in this far-removed context.
Entonces el planteamiento que hago de la no terapia es el mismo que la ayahuasca, pero desde un lugar del ego, para confrontar a la mentira de la otra persona. Entonces se complementa muy bien esto, el que lo aguanta, ¿no?
A veces es un cubo de agua fría en la cara.
Uf, no, yo creo que un martillazo en la cabeza es.
Hi. How was your night?
It was amazing. I was just about holding space, just being present.
What did you make of this syncretism between the ayahuasca experience and then the kind of group therapy session the following morning?
I think it's good. I think people want to talk, and I think it's very applicable for this group because this is 95% new first-time drinkers.
Entonces cerramos los ojos.
We close the eyes.
Invitamos a cada uno a que conecte con la alegría que hay en el fondo del alma de cada uno.
Varela's unique take on ayahuasca has made him some enemies, including the same Colombian shaman who allegedly gave Varela the initial green light to guide.
Yo no le autoricé, sino ellos le hicieron una carta, me hicieron firmar. Eso es lo que, mi conocimiento, yo no le miré bien, le firmé. Eso fue el caso.
No se ha enseñado, formado o instruido a ninguna de las personas que forman parte de Ayahuasca Internacional en los usos y prácticas del remedio del yagé.
Pero estás cometiendo un doble pecado para algunos. Primero, traer la ayahuasca de la selva con sus chamanes y segundo, metiendo otra técnica encima. Y esto, como según decías el otro día, está haciendo enfadar a mucha gente.
Sí, es correcto. Yo lo comprendo, que lo consideren como un pecado, como tú lo dices, pero para mí no lo es. Para mí es simplemente jugar con la creatividad y con la originalidad que impone en este momento la problemática mundial.
Taking ayahuasca even traditionally does bring some risks. Last year, during a session in Colombia, one participant killed a delusional friend, allegedly in self-defense. And here, on night 2, things go wrong.
Somebody's gone missing, apparently. They can't find one guy.
A young man from Bulgaria has escaped from the house. The police find him miles away, half naked, hiding in a horse stable, surrounded by guard dogs.
Yo lo que pasó aquí no lo sé. Nos ha aparecido lejos de aquí, dentro de una propiedad privada. No era una casa, era un establecimiento, una hípica y tal, con perros peligrosos, que le da igual, estaban allí los perros, escondido. Vamos, de hecho es que se ha montado en nuestro coche antes de parar. Y él hablaba despacio, dificilísimo, entonces lo que le hemos entendido. Que le habían robado los billetes de avión, que le han robado el dinero, que él estaba con 4 personas que como no las veía, que le ha echado a correr, a buscarlas, tal. Como si fuera un apocalipsis zombie, ¿vale? Y si le da porque vosotros y sus enemigos si le queréis matar, coge un cuchillo de la cocina y aquí la de Dios.
¿Estáis firmando un documental vosotros?
Sí, nosotros.
Pues se piensa que va por él. O sea, que está paranoico.
¿Qué tal, Iván?
Everything disappeared since I felt, since my body put this adrenaline inside, because I felt me scared for my life. That's all.
You said to them that 4 people were missing. You confirmed that, but there is no missing people. So, what
in
people?
My eyes.
What names?
I don't know the names. It's their job to find out the names and see where the people are.
But is some people missing?
I say they can be hostages.
In the end, the police get that the guy has been hallucinating. They calm him down and drive him to a hotel. Varela says no charges or complaints were filed. But for Europe's fledgling ayahuasca movement, this is the sort of incident that could turn the public and authorities off. Afterward, some participants leave the retreat early. But the next evening, Varela is unfazed.
Y no me genera ningún conflicto, que todos se hubiesen marchado. Sería una maravilla que yo me quedara solo aquí con Paula y con mi hija. No tengo que atender a la policía, no tengo que correr riesgo de mi libertad, porque un puto inglés se le ocurrió salir corriendo.
I'm happy to leave. 2 nights is enough for me. I'm exhausted physically and I've not had much sleep. I think mentally, yes, I'd probably get an awful lot out of a 3rd night, but I'm quite happy to go off and try and explore that myself and try and work through through it myself. I think I've been given the opportunity to have this experience, and I think now it's my responsibility to go and do something with it. I've never been a leader. I've always looked after animals, I've always rescued. Just one of those people, I just care for others, and that's what I'm happy to do. I mean, even in my role, in my own life, I now realise that I can do that for myself. Rather than constantly doing it for others, I can do it for myself.
Jardine leaves, but Busa from Poland sticks out the 3 days.
Well, the first night was quite brief, and I remember throwing up and feeling dizzy and overpowered by it. And then I fell asleep. It was incredibly powerful and intense.
Does it seem so far like it's something that's going to carry over into your life in a permanent way, or?
At this point, it's just so much to process. But I do feel like my life has been changed forever, and my insides and the way I see things. One of the things was I could see my spirit and just dancing around the fire, full of joy. And I saw that is the real essence of me, of my spirit. It was in a sense like you meet an old friend.
And some of the things, like, did those childhood issues come up for you in your ayahuasca travels, as it were?
Not many. I do remember seeing my father and sort of understanding him now and forgiving him.
You actually saw him last night?
Yeah, for a brief moment, but it was brief, and I just remember I just understood him, and I just put the whole thing behind me, and I think I forgave him.
At the end of the 3-day retreat, the Colombian shaman pack up. They're not heading home, but to Italy, where ayahuasca is also legal. The next step on a journey, making the spiritual journey more accessible.